Hello, hello, lucky people. You've got Blake from Formullama today, jumping in the Clios around Virginia North.
Pit lane speed limit is 60 kilometers per hour. Exit's clear. Push. Okay, Blake, we've got 2 laps to set a decent time.
Cheers, Jeff, or whatever your name is. Yeah, jumping in very last minute cold into this. Did a couple of races yesterday, so did get familiar with the track. Virginia North, learned the track last season, the full course. Obviously it's a free circuit, so it appears on the calendar quite a lot for the lower licence races to help participation in the early steps. Mix it up, you don't want to do the same race every season 4 times a year, so when you've got big tracks like this it can offer a different layout. So this is the North version rather than the full course we had last season, so it cuts it's right-hander here instead of following the winding-nesses up there and sort of towards the double right-hander, and the very long back straight, and then it sort of nearly but not quite flat out S section through here, and then it rejoins what I think is called roller coaster right at the end of the long back straight into the final sector. Car number 1, so pressure's on, expectations on. Let's see what we can deliver. Let's try and get some clean laps at the very least. Safety rating is the main aim of the game. We've covered it a bit. You see in the bottom left it's 1.8. A couple of tough races in the GT3s over the weekend. Not a car I'm familiar with. I do plan to do more of that this season as it is rain enabled. But being so used to open wheel cars, I do find it's quite a challenge. So just track time. More time on the wheel, I'm sure I'll get more comfortable, but it's Suzuka, so very easy to get off tracks, and it was a multi-class race there, so impatient leaders also contributed to the mixes. So if I drop down to as low as 1.25, you drop below the 1 and you'll get an instant promotion. I don't really fancy fighting my way back for an A licence. I don't even know what a B-class sports car series event is. Hopefully we'll do the hard work over these next few races to build that buffer back up, and we won't have to worry about it. Back to the Clios, a low 35 is what I know quick people can do, or at least I've witnessed. I fully expect to see 34s in the Strength of Field event later today. Don't think I've done a Qualy lap yet. I didn't need to get on to third there. Good you talking? Don't think I've done a Qualy lap yet that's below a 35.8, 35.9 even. But I have gone as low as 35.5 in race trim. Let's try and get a 35 here.
That's pole.
Enough for provisional pole at the minute, first effort. A little surprising. Still early on in the session, but on it. I know I definitely want to find time, even if it's just on my own benefit. Nice momentum up the SOF here. Don't really know my breaking point here, where it sort of connects. It's sort of a generic halfway kind of thing between the tunnel and the opening. Nice and flat. A little lift feather the top through this one. Try and get right up on the inside. Straight line this, you want to brake just before it starts dipping away. A little hot in there, understeered a bit, but still 4/10 up. Going downshift, it should be okay. A little deep. Lose a lot of momentum, probably end up a 1/4 second up. Should be a 35. 35.8. So we just gonna make an 8? No, not be there. Maybe like 7. 822.
Chicken flag, chicken flag.
Enough for now. Oh, it's quite some big margins actually there. I'm sure I've seen Alan do some low 36s, if not 35s. Looking at previous races, that's a little surprising. Probably left a bit of time on the table, much like I did. Who've we got left? Number 8 Dylan, number 10 Colin. 8 Dylan, LP4. I've got time for a second lap potentially. Colin, yeah, hasn't set a time yet.
The track temperature is decreasing. It's now 32 Celsius.
Going to perhaps assume that will be provisional pole. Colin crosses in a 140.5. Couple of tenths. Being found a couple of tenths second lap. Oh, he's not going to have time. We're less than a minute to go. Comes down off the back of the grid. Mateo. If I had an S, let's call it Mateus, but Matthew. P9. 5 incidents in Qualy. Obviously invalidated both his laps. Doesn't look like Dylan. Oh, Dylan improved half a second actually, didn't he? Yeah. Didn't improve positionally, but good time improvement. You're looking at them gaps, you certainly expect me and Alan to pull away from the field there, but you never know. All it takes is a road car into turn 1 or the first sector. And
that's the end of the session. You're on pole. Well done.
Let's go for a quick grid up. Can never remember if it saves your brakes. It does. I swear that's intermittent, or sometimes I've just accidentally not changed it for Qualy. I know I've caught out a few times start with 35. To be fair, I'm more comfortable with 37. I don't know why I ran 38. It does make a huge difference. More mentally, I think. But I've seen some people say it's better to run lower brakes for the first lap or so while you warm up. Some people ramp them up straight away to 40. As long as you're not slamming down the brake pedal, I think you're okay. 23 rating if we can hold the win. I think if we've get jumped by
Alan. The
Alan.
track temp is 31. The air temp is 23 Celsius.
Pretty much broken even.
15 minutes. Okay, Blake, let's get this right. No fuck ups.
Green light.
Go,
there
go,
we go.
Green flag.
Hardly better reaction than the car behind. Good start. Back end got very loose there. Have to go defensive. I was almost expecting him to go for the move and then he didn't, and that put me off. Cold brakes as well.
Good start, keep it up.
Held it so far. Let's hope that's the one and any time we leave the door open. We've not had a good run off there either. Trying our best to not win this. Of course, I've gone a bit braver through this section. That was nice. Really got the line in the brakes there. That was a nice 6/10 buffer now. Bit of breathing space. Someone's had an off track at P4ish. This pair got a 2-second lead over P3 now. Let's try and get this gap to over a second by the end of the next lap. Still not sure whether to take this in second or third. I try and do third unless I know I'm going in a bit hot. I'll just drop it down to second for a bit of a stabiliser and to help turn it in. Similarly with this one as well, second or third. I tend to prefer third, so I'm not packing around with an extra shift while you find a lot of steering. Get on the power very early once you've sort of met the apex there, keep it tight. Definitely attacking these S's a bit more than I am. That's the second gap I wanted. Nice and tidy through here. Lock the advantage in. Nice and wide, yeah. 1.3-ish. Don't think it's quite going to be able to come in at 35 for the first final lap of the race, but it should be a low 36. Oh, alright, that's actually a very good one. 35.4. Potentially. Personal best of that.
That last lap was a 135.49.
Try and get a few consistent laps in like that. Just so careful not to take one of these too tight and you get slowed down, which is extremely difficult to serve without losing a lot of time. It's foot to the floor once you're out the S's for a good chunk of time. Worse so with the main course, it's a little lighter on this one. And you have got a braking point. You kind of make a bit of time through here. Serving it. Really want to hook these nice and tight. There's a lot of time to be gained if you break it. That could be a little late. We saved it a bit with an extra downshift, but definitely lost time this lap.
The guy behind's reeling you in. The gap's now 0.9.
Gentle through that little dip. Get on the power as soon as possible. Yeah, back to within a second. Can't afford too many sloppy laps like that. We're comfortably clear of the rest of the pack now. Definitely a 2-horse race this. 36.3 is not the kind of times we want to be doing.
Okay Blake, 10 minutes to go. That's 10 minutes left. Your lap time was 136.35.
10 lap race here, so 7 to go. That's a little deep. Walking and racing, not something I'm overly familiar with, so I definitely find I take my eye off the ball a bit from a driving perspective. I'll come in time. Certainly won't be the main contributor, but I'll chip in where I can with the videos. Oh, I didn't know if that's going to be an off track. That must have been right on the limit. Out to extend anyway. Hopefully back in the 35s. Four laps down. 35.6-ish, yeah. Try not to let Alan straight back in like we did last time we got the gap over a second. Nice and control, nice and calm. Bit of contact at the back, looks like Dylan's having an issue. It's nice and tight on the power ready because you do have to run off here. And make sure you're back on the tarmac before it cuts away.
Alright Blake, halfway home, we've got plenty of fuel.
The gap up to 2 seconds. 9 to throw away now, I would say. Say that knowing full well I've got it in me too far. Hopefully another 35 would be some of the best consistency I've shown. It's a high 35, 35.7, yeah, it's 35 nonetheless. Consistency I wasn't really showing yesterday. I don't think I ever got more than 2 laps in 35 back to back. See if we can make it 3. Not a great start. Back within 2 seconds. Goes to show us, no, I can't fully relax yet.
The gap behind is now 2.0.
It's a section of the track I do enjoy. Where I do seem to have a slight upper hand in this race as well. Bit of the car behind. I'm not going to be able to keep full throttle, yeah, we'll just hold on to the edge of the circuit. Got the gap back up 2 despite the poor first sector. I don't know whether that's him more having a poorer rest of the lap. We're definitely in the 36 with that lap, 6.1. We won't have the best of the tyres now, but should still be able
Come on,
to,
Blake,
with
just
tidy
5
laps,
minutes
get
left.
high
Hold your nerve,
35s.
we can win this.
Again, it's this corner that's let me down a bit on the stop clock. I'll have a glance in a minute at what Alan did last lap, 362. Yeah, so it was marginally quicker, but less than a tenth. Pulled back some losses in the first sector. Lingering dust, but the next car is 38 seconds up the road. There's no one that's going to interfere. Full section of track there from Alan, looks like it gets in 3 seconds. Grey clouds overhead, but rest assured there is no rain. Clios won't be.
The track temperature's decreasing. It's now 28 Celsius.
That'd be a very fun series to be driving in when they do have the rain. On short sprint races splashing around. Lovely circuits the Clios race on as well, like the Brands, Alton Park, even Virginia. It was a very daunting track when you've not driven it before, but you do get a lovely flow into it once you know what you're doing. 37 from Alan, definitely pull that. I think I might have to call defeat on trying to get back into the 35s, just haven't quite got it in me now. The tyres start shifting up. What I don't want to do is obviously push beyond my limits with the race. I'm surely in my pocket now, just to try and chase a couple of tenths. I can very easily lose a few seconds doing that. Get no extra prizes for getting to the 35s again, just my own moral pride.
The gap behind is now
Oh, I think I just missed it that time. Oh, we got it, 35.9. There we go, I'm happy.
Okay, Blake, your lap time's pretty consistent.
Certainly won't be following up with another one.
2 minutes left, 2 minutes. Your last lap time was at 1:35.93.
Feels very spread out now. Looks like there's potentially a battle P3, that's about it. PM slot, never the busiest as everyone's sort of still finishing work and coming back or whatnot. Big ones will be sort of 7, 8, 9 o'clock this evening. Mainly the 8 o'clock, because I believe that is the strength of field event for the week, where all the big boys come out to play the championship points.
You've got half your fuel left.
Not actually sure I've ever attended one of those. Jumped in the Clios midway through last season. I don't think I was ever available. I didn't participate last week either at Oldton. But I'm hoping to do it today. No doubt in for a humbling, but I believe it's going to be me and Clayton trying to do Formullama Pro. Definitely becoming a recognisable team in this series. A good few people that stream on YouTube, put their videos on YouTube, calling out the llamas.
One more lap for the win, come on. That lap was at 1:36.70.
We can get home now. It's been a professional drive. 0x, touch wood, hope we haven't jinxed it. Definitely not been the tidiest in terms of lines and apexes, but we kept it on the black stuff. We managed the race, managed the gap. A little scare on the first lap where maybe if he was a bit braver or a bit more desperate perhaps, could have had a dive bomb, which would have been risky, don't get me wrong, I'm glad he didn't. I've definitely seen it happen, and it's just taken the two of us out, so smart driving by him, sensible, secure P2 for him as well, no pressure behind, 15 seconds back. I don't believe we had any X's in Qualy either. Didn't do any lappage in practice, so goes well for the safety rating, probably not quite enough to go to the 2 threshold just yet. It is a generous track, this one. I always think of this as 20 corners for a lap, even though a lot of them don't really feel like corners and just flat out to the S's. In contrast with Alton Park, I know it really bugged me Alton Park end of last season. The international layout, I think.
Well done, Blake. Great win. You deserved that today.
7 or 8 corners. It felt like a lot more. So your off tracks are punished so much more. Good race, guys. Nice and straightforward. And I don't really think there's going to be much in the way of incidents other than some off tracks. Unless I missed something. He's just dropped it. Back end's gone round on him, easily done. I've definitely done that, but I'm pretty sure I've done that before. In one of the Clio races last season around Virginia. Oh, he's gone again. He's kept out the pot. Well, it looked for all the world like he'd kept it out the tyre barriers. I'm not really sure how he ended up there. That slows down so much. Oh, there's no brakes, no brake lights. He wasn't even on the brakes. Oh, that's a big dive bomb coming in. They both reasonably got away with that, but that was a hell of a send. Oh, we've gone back. I was trying to get to the start of that incident again. Oh, it's going to be tight getting 2 cars through there. Yeah, that's always going to happen. Oh, that's imagine that was a meatball flag once you start getting to tyre barriers. That's got to be wheel damage on the right front. Brave move that. This is the same. Oh, he's just gonna. That was at the flag, I think. I don't know. I did see his car parked up, so I crossed the lights. That was him taking the white flag. So he's just given up there. And that'd be it. Wow. Okay. Good test, I think. Decent win. We will. What do I want to do? I'm not sure what I want to do at the minute. Want to see if. What's that done for us? Have we got the safety rating we needed? Yeah, GG system. What's going on? We've killed it. Let's kill eye overlay. Oh, there we go. Maybe the results just coming through. Oh, we got it. So it got up to 2.55. Spoiler alert. Oh, good. I really needed that for the buffer. Plus 7.5. Brilliant. Plus 4 of that. Obviously, the buffer once you hit the 2. So we got 35 from that. So I wonder if we were replacing some messy erasers so the corners per instant have come down. No, that's really helpful. That a good race. Not the strongest field, admittedly, but as I always say, you can only beat who's in front of you. I do think my sports car, because of the license split, my road license was heavily bumped up by open wheelers, Formula cars. I'm expecting my sports car license to drop back down, definitely into the 3s, as I do more running, particularly the GT3s. But yeah, that will be it for me now, and I'll hopefully be back for the 8 o'clock, hopefully alongside Clayton, and we'll see what we can do in a very strong field where probably even a top 10 is going to be a challenge. But yeah, wish us luck. Thank you very much.